Somewhere under a mysterious moonlight, a man named Bei is searching for a woman dressed in purple fabrics, which leads him to a large door. He passes through it immediately and enters a secret garden where he finally finds the woman he was looking for. She removes her clothing except for her mask and jumps into the lake. Immediately, the man follows suit. The two swim across the lake and soon reach the other side, where Bei finally gets a close look at the mysterious girl. However, before the woman can say anything, a lightning bolt strikes her on the shoulder, and Bei suddenly calls out the girl's name, which is Shirley. Soon after, a swirling vortex of mud begins to suck the woman in, leaving him helpless to stop it. It is then that we realize this is just a dream Bei has been having for several days, but soon he receives another piece of bad news. This leads him to his boss along with his friend named Kai, and they quickly learn that their friend named Yuka has been captured by guards. It is revealed that he is accused of stealing some valuable artifacts from Mr. 9, but Yuka swears to everyone that he has been wrongly accused. Believing in his friend, Bei immediately apologizes and asks the businessman to free his friend. The old man agrees not to punish the thief, but only if Bei can recover a legendary item known as the Celestial Bone. Bei has no choice but to agree, but soon realizes that only one person has the map to find the object's location. The trio then heads to a merchant in the black market and enters a mysterious building, where they soon encounter a woman who turns out to be the same woman from Bei's dreams. The trio immediately tells her about their situation, and without much discussion, Shirley agrees to hand over the map, but only if she can accompany them on the quest. With the deal sealed, the team quickly begins their journey as they head over the mountains and cross a giant river, marveling at the beautiful sights. What they do not realize is that a mysterious man is secretly watching them from afar and seems to know exactly who they are. The team continues to adventure forward, but soon after, Shirley begins to sense that something is wrong as her compass starts to malfunction. Suddenly, the boat begins to shake violently, throwing everyone off balance and causing them to fall, while the team rushes toward the edges, only to see nothing but water on the surface. This makes everyone start praying for their lives, believing in a river deity punishing them for invading its sacred territory. Bei rushes to the passengers, telling everyone to hide inside the cabin, where the team quickly grabs their weapons and prepares to fight against any mysterious enemy. Suddenly, a creature attacks them, causing Shirley to lose her balance and head toward the water, but before she falls, Bei manages to save her just in time. The team tries to regroup immediately, but the monster attacks again and lunges at the ship with tremendous force, throwing the team into the air. The group tries to get up quickly and sees the monster jumping into the boat, trying to reach them to devour them. The team is forced to fight desperately for their lives, but the attacks have no effect on the creature's tough skin. Yuka sees this and tries to be a hero, attempting to pierce the creature right in the jaw, but is quickly saved by Bei, who pushes him away, only to end up getting badly hurt himself. Before the monster can devour anyone, Shirley shoots an explosive arrow that causes the creature to leap back into the water. This allows them to regroup for a counterattack, but apparently, the monster has vanished. However, the team realizes that the fight is not over when the creature suddenly slams furiously into the boat and lunges toward them once again. The group tries to anticipate the attack, but the monster is clearly very strong, managing to tear apart the side of the ship and throw the team into the air. The creature begins to retreat once again while the team regains their balance, and Shirley realizes that they have not been winning by fighting this way. She soon devises a plan, and they begin to pull the sailcloth, intending to use the fabric to try and capture the monster. Soon after, the creature comes charging to attack them again, leaping into the boat, but ends up landing right into the trap. The group takes a risk and quickly begins to tie up the creature, but the monster proves to be too strong, breaking free of the trap and destroying everything that held it. Just when the situation seems hopeless, the mysterious man from before rushes out and strikes the creature with an electric weapon. This quickly stuns the monster, causing it pain, which makes it retreat and finally swim away. It turns out that the mysterious man is a scientist known as Dr. Sun, and he is also there seeking the Celestial Bone. He then tells the group that the monster was placed there by an evil goddess a long time ago as a way to prevent anyone from stealing her treasures. This means they are likely to encounter even more dangers from that point onward, and Kai suggests they will need additional help. They then recruit the very daughter of their employer named Ling, who would help them as a guide to the mountain's peak. The team continues their journey toward their destination while traversing the mountains and soon reaching the summit, where they find a grand temple. The team carefully enters and begins to examine the area. Bei soon discovers a hidden switch that opens a secret pathway in the ground. This allows them to enter the mountain and reach a giant tunnel, which eventually leads them to a massive door. Bei sees this and tells the team to keep watch and stay alert while he carefully begins to try and open the lock. Everyone waits anxiously as they guard Bei, who slowly manages to unlock the latches, passing through the layers of metals. Soon, Bei is able to activate the gate, making all the gears turn, and eventually opening the massive door, revealing an area covered in ice. The team starts to enter a huge ice cave, but the girls begin to have trouble keeping their balance on the slippery surface. As the team walks along, they come across a very steep slope, at which point the girls begin to slide again, now falling and sliding down the ice toward the bottom, forcing the others to jump to catch them. Bei manages to grab Shirley and stop her fall using his knife, but the others eventually crash into them, causing everyone to continue sliding to an uncertain end. As they slide, Bei quickly realizes they are heading towards sharp ice formations, which would kill them if they don't do something. Shirley sees this and tries to throw her grappling hook to stop the fall, but fails. Fortunately, Bei is able to reach the woman once more and spots a small passage beside the jagged formations, enabling him to halt their slide again. Bei takes a risk and starts throwing Shirley toward the others, making her kick the team members to redirect them toward the small passage in the ice leading to a tunnel. However, this causes the knife to break the ice and consequently sends them straight toward death. But before they can reach that point, Bei decides to sacrifice himself and pushes Shirley away from danger, sending him alone toward the sharp formations. Just as he's about to be impaled, surprisingly, he is grabbed by Shirley's hook at the last moment, which pulls him into the small tunnel as well. The group continues sliding through the tunnel and quickly reaches the end, falling into another cavern. The group soon recovers from the fall and begins to delve further into an area filled with numerous rotting trees. They soon notice a pile of bones on the ground, and Dr. Sun informs the team that those bones are likely from humans. What the group doesn't realize is that they are not alone, as a pair of hungry eyes watches them from the shadows. The team continues following the map, and Bei quickly notices an opening in the ceiling. He then senses something beneath his feet and starts to dig in that area immediately, soon revealing a massive gate in the ground. Bei attempts to open the entrance, but Shirley quickly realizes something is wrong, as they are being surrounded from all directions. The creatures approach the group slowly, revealing themselves to be red-eyed dogs that are definitely there to devour them. The team quickly realizes they have no way out and is forced to draw their weapons for defense. Soon after, the Alpha appears in front of everyone and starts howling for the dogs to attack, causing all the creatures to charge at the group. The monsters leap into the air to kill, but each member of the team manages to hold off the attacks, taking down the enemies with whatever weapons they have. The group eventually manages to light torches, allowing them to temporarily fend off the fierce creatures, but the flames only last for a short time. Bei realizes they must escape upward, and tells everyone to climb the tree roots within reach while he holds off the enemies with fire. Soon, the group is able to cling to the roots and climb toward the ceiling, but the roots cannot support the weight and snap, causing everyone to fall. Luckily for them, this also breaks the stone block sealing the exit, allowing rays of sunlight to stream in and burn the skin of the fierce dogs. The group realizes that the creatures have this weakness with sunlight, and they are forced to stay away from the circle formed by the light. Shirley decides to take a risk and ties her grappling hook to some roots, then shoots an arrow to the ceiling that manages to latch onto a tree, thus creating a way for them to escape. The group quickly begins to climb toward the exit, while Bei remains behind to hold off the animals, allowing everyone to ascend. However, before Bei can start climbing as well, the sun begins to hide behind some clouds, leaving him with no choice but to fight for his life against the beast's attacks. The creatures start attacking the man one after another, while Bei desperately tries not to die, but eventually gets knocked to the ground by the large Alpha. Fortunately, he is helped by his teammates on the ceiling who start reflecting lights to stun the creatures, giving Bei a chance to escape. The fierce dogs leap at him furiously, as Bei tries to dodge their continuous attacks, until he finally manages to grasp a root that his friends climbed and begins to ascend rapidly to avoid dying there. The Alpha sees this, commands all the other dogs to join in, creating a pile of dogs, allowing the leader to run forward and launch another attack. The creature manages to grab Bei at the last moment, but cannot withstand the lights and soon falls. Bei continues to climb, but before he can make it out, the rope snaps and he begins to fall again when he is quickly caught by his friend's hands, pulling him up, thus saving him. Shirley soon hugs him, happy that he survived. The team then returns to the city and Shirley begins to tend to Bei's injuries. Later, the entire team gathers and starts planning their return to the cave, but Shirley begins to have doubts about continuing with the plan after seeing the dangers that await them. However, Bei believes they shouldn't give up so easily and promises to save the woman's life, no matter what happens. They then decide to return to the cave's entrance, but this time the plan is to go at noon to maximize sunlight. The light will shine through the entrance for 30 minutes, meaning they will be trapped if they don't return in time. They open and descend, while the horde of creatures waits for them just like before. The team wastes no time and begins to open the second entrance, revealing another layer within the ground, and they venture even deeper, reaching what seems to be a grand tomb. Before the team continues, Bei tells the others to stop while he starts lighting flames in the area, causing a chain reaction that begins to illuminate the entire place. He explains that the temple must be fueled by flammable liquids from below, making the area extremely likely to explode. They step carefully on the ground while moving to the other side, but Bei accidentally steps on a trigger on the floor. This causes the entire room to shake violently, leaving everyone expecting something very bad to happen at any moment. Then suddenly, a bunch of arrows are shot toward them, forcing them to leap to dodge. Fortunately, no one was killed by the ambush, but Bei quickly spots another trap that launches flying blades at them, nearly cutting their bodies to pieces. The group continues dodging the blades, as even more traps are triggered from all sides, causing the team to try desperately to escape for their lives. Soon after, giant spikes start falling to the ground, forcing the group to run through the room while narrowly avoiding the massive metal protrusions. Everyone soon has to recover and stay alert for what else might come, but what they don't notice is that countless monsters have appeared in the area too and are watching them. They continue moving forward when a large box starts to rise from the ground, revealing the celestial bone, which mysteriously floats in the air. Bei carefully approaches the item and manages to grab it when Shirley notices the numerous giant spiders heading in their direction. They are soon surrounded by the creatures from all sides, forcing them to fight against the monsters, but the enemies quickly begin to overwhelm the team. However, Bei realizes that the creatures only want the celestial bone, so he soon comes up with a plan. He takes the item and starts running in the opposite direction from the exit, so all the creatures follow him, giving the others a chance to escape. Shirley sees this and tells the others to run while she tries to help Bei fight off the creatures. Eventually, everyone is able to reach the second entrance while Bei fights with everything he has against the enemy, jumping over the spiders and reaching Shirley. The two quickly run toward the staircase while trying to defend themselves from the approaching creatures, but the enemy's numbers are too great, forcing them to desperately try to climb. However, just before they can escape, the spiders quickly grab Shirley using their webs, pulling her down and making her fall into the horde of enemies. The monsters quickly drag the woman toward them to devour their live victim. But Bei soon jumps down once more to save his future girlfriend, rushing toward the monsters and fiercely fighting them one by one. He soon manages to free Shirley but realizes they have nowhere left to run. Just when things seem hopeless, they are rapidly saved by the others who see their rescue, but this also causes the exit to close as a result. Realizing there is no way out, Dr. Sun tries to draw the creature's attention, while Yuka grabs the artifact and starts attracting all the creatures to him. This allows the others to look for a place to hide, and they come up with the idea to grab the spiked metal grate and enter a side room, blocking the giant spiders from pursuing them. At the same time, Yuka manages to evade the creature's attacks while pouring gasoline all over the floor. He eventually manages to dodge the monsters and reach where the others are, allowing them to climb the grate, and he too manages to enter the room while all the creatures fiercely try to break through the blockade to enter. But before the monsters can succeed, Bei throws a lighter into the gasoline, which ignites, and fire quickly spreads among the creatures. Rapidly, the entire place begins to react to the fire, engulfing the area in flames and killing everything outside. However, the explosions also consume almost all the oxygen inside, meaning the people will suffocate very soon. Realizing they won't live much longer, the team begins to hold hands and wait for their end. However, Shirley starts to see that her compass is malfunctioning again, just like when they fought against the giant river monster. This makes them realize that the river dragon must be nearby when they hear something banging against the walls right behind them. Bei believes they are truly below the river, leaving them with no choice but to bang hard against the walls while the monster is pounding on the other side, sensing they are there. Soon, the barrier begins to crack and break at once, causing water to rush violently into the place, beginning to destroy everything in the process. The team desperately tries to hold onto the pillars as the entire place begins to collapse, killing all the spiders in the area. The group takes a risk and begins to swim out immediately, but Bei quickly realizes that the river dragon is heading toward them to devour them. Luckily, he is able to escape just in time while the monster is crushed by the enormous rocks, allowing everyone to swim back to the surface. After all this, later on, the group finds themselves safe on a train back to town, and Shirley thanks Bei for saving her life so many times. Bei tells her that they are in this together now, where with all their friends, they will embark on more adventures.